What is a masterpiece? For some, it might be an extraordinary work of art, like Michelangelo's David, Da Vinci's Mona Lisa, or Van Gogh's Starry Night. For others, it could be an exceptional engineering feat, like the Golden Gate Bridge, the pyramids in Egypt, or Eiffel's Tower. For me, I might argue that it's the Back to the Future trilogy, Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire, or The Cure's absolutely perfect album, Disintegration. And while all of these things may seem very different, they share some core traits. They involve a mastery of technique, originality that pushes past traditional ideas, and the ability to remain relevant over time and even in different cultures. But not all masterpieces need such grandeur. Some could be seemingly simple objects that you interact with every day. You may have used one to write a birthday card to a loved one, or to help get ready for a first date, or make a quiet, emotional statement at a concert. These little masterpieces aren't found hanging in galleries or movie theaters or bookshops. They are purchased at office supply stores, gas stations, and the grocery. And because one brand has spent over half a century perfecting these unassuming everyday works of art that help us write, light, and shave, that's why this week's On Brand is on BiC.
You're all jazzed up, really having a cow. You want your favorite show and it's on right now. It's on brand.
Welcome to On Brand with Jon and Marisa.
Hey, I'm Jon.
Hey, I'm Marisa. Whoa, that one took me on a journey.
We went from the pyramids of Giza to 7-Eleven?
I still, like, up until the last sentence, I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
I know. I wasn't even sure I liked my cold open. I saw one thing that referred to them as masterpieces, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do a whole dissertation on masterpieces. And then yesterday, I literally, was halfway through writing this. I had to, Google. I was like, is the BiC razor a masterpiece? And they're like, yeah, some would consider it a design masterpiece.
I mean, me hearing that for the first time and realizing it's the same company for all three.
Right?
Pull
BiC
over.
lighter.
I hope you're still in the garage. Door closed, engine on.
Take the key out or unpress the button, step out of the car, get back in bed, put on your headphones, because we're in for a journey. Same company.
Wow, I did not know that.
You didn't?
No.
I think I've wanted to do this brand for a couple of years, and it seemed like the right time. I can't remember if I knew it or if I learned it when I started looking into it. But, I mean, 3 biggies.
Wild.
I mean, things that we have in our pocket all the time. It's one of the reasons I picked this. It's like I was a smoker for a very long time. I always had a BiC lighter in my fifth pocket.
One of those little short guys?
Both.
Yeah.
I like the little short guys because they're pretty unassuming, but I like the natural, I think they're called the Maxi lighter.
Yeah, a heritage lighter. Very James Dean.
Very James Dean. Actually, the one I have did I take it out of the sleeve?
Do you still, so I feel like some people keep lighters on them, like as just kind of like the way Al always has a pocket knife.
Yeah, some people are pocket knife lighter people. I got this dumb little brass sleeve was in your pantry.
I put it in there.
You did?
Yes.
So I was like, and this is my lighter. I keep this on my stove because I have to light my stove to use it.
Sure.
So then I was like, I'll just put this on my stove lighter. So I've been using this for
that's fine.
6 months.
Oh, wow. How funny. You didn't even know it came from me. It was a gift with purchase from a makeup company. It was like a little light. I thought it was a lighter, and then it was like a lighter sleeve.
This is what a makeup company gave you? A
makeup company gave me a brass. I think it's for candles. And it does I want it back. It does make a lighter look quite chic.
Yeah, that's what it's, but now it's kind of got a little I bet this isn't solid brass. It's gotten a little scratchy scratch.
I wouldn't melt that down and exchange it for cash.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Speaking of what's not real metal.
What?
Found myself in the most unlikely of places a couple of days ago. And yes,
Where?
I've been sick, but I had to run an errand. So then this is Monday because whatever.
What? Tell the whole story. You don't have to edit it at all.
No, I'm not even.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember how I ended up there. So I've been sick the last 3 days. Monday was the day I started feeling sick, but I think
you were sick on Sunday. I think you were sick on Sunday.
It's all blurring together. Iceland, here's what I'm going to say. I miss Iceland.
You do?
I'm driving around Monday.
I feel like you barely liked it.
What are you talking about? Are you insane? Did you not listen to the show?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so
Barely,
you miss it.
I don't
You
want
miss
that
it.
like being part of canon. I had an incredible time.
You had an incredible time.
I didn't like
yes.
the airline, and I didn't like a couple of silly things.
It's a pain in the ass to travel anywhere. Yes.
Well, and what? Okay, did you even listen to my off brand last
Yes,
week? What
I
was
did.
on brand for me?
Iceland was
What was
on
off brand
brand,
for me? The trials of traveling.
Yes, the trials of traveling. You want to go back. You want to try the IKEA ribs.
I do. I want to
Yes.
go. My main reason for wanting to go back to
I say go
Iceland.
back. Wait for Northern Lights.
Someone posted this week, look what we saw today, 2 days after I left Northern Lights. And everyone's like,
serious?
we all just left. They're like, yeah, they started. Ugh.
Oh my God, you should have stayed.
I know.
Oh.
Try to get rid of me much. By the way, I sent you a picture from Iceland.
Mhm.
My Bjork video of me like 3 feet away from Bjork.
Yeah.
I feel like I sent everyone else I send that to. I get OMG, how'd you get so close? This, that. You know what I get from,
Aren't we saving it for the pod?
I guess.
If I had said, oh my God, I had said, did you get to volunteer? And you didn't answer because
Well,
we're
that,
saving
sure.
it for the pod.
You can say that and I won't reply. You know what I get from you?
What?
Basically a thumbs up. Like one of those stickers on a video that's like, I'm like, and it was the same from David and Al. I got like 2 hearts and a thumbs up, but I'm like,
I wouldn't expect anything less from you to be pressed up against the barricade with a up close view of Bjork.
that's not a save.
Save it for the pod.
What was I even talking
You
about?
were on Monday. You were running errands.
Oh, speaking of things that aren't real metal.
Okay.
Found myself in the heart of Hollywood at the, what do we call it?
Walk of Fame.
Walk of Fame.
Mhm.
It's where, what do we call it? Not Man's Chinese Theater anymore. Not Grauman's Chinese Theater. It's like TCL.
I'm done learning new names for buildings like Staples Center. It will never be
It'll
Crypto.com
never
Arena
be
to me. It's the Staples Center.
Crypto.com.
Yes, I'm done learning new names. Of
When I
buildings.
moved here, it was Man's Chinese Theater. Then it became, no, it was Grauman's Chinese
Grauman's.
Theater, then Man's, and now it's like TLC
TLC is sponsored by Trading Spaces.
or
Pop-up.
TCL, something like that. Anyway, long story long, there was a press penny machine
Uh-huh.
in front of the tattoo shop. And now I had gone to that press penny machine during COVID because
Yes.
it was an easy time. I could literally stop my car in the middle of the street, run out and get them
Yes.
because nobody's out.
Of course.
So I got them. But now I'm walking by it, new designs.
Oh.
I didn't like most of them. I liked 2 of them. One of them was just an Oscar that said Oscar.
Very cool.
And one of them said Walk of Fame. I was
Okay.
like, great, I want these 2. No quarters. Who's walking around with quarters?
You needed your M&M case.
I didn't have my mini
keep
M&M
that in your
case.
car.
Go into the pizza shop where, by the way, a slice is now $10 for a slice.
Slice.
A slice. You can get a whole...
Girl, with you having a Costco card now, you should not be paying $10 for a slice of pizza.
I'm going to Costco after this. I
You
was going to
kidding?
stop on the way here. I was like, Costco's now going to be my like pre-pod Ice-Capade Diet Coke stop.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
But I'm going to go after, maybe get a dog, maybe tenders, haven't decided.
$1.50 including drink.
The $1.50 dog
Unreal.
with drink with refill,
Unreal.
unlimited ice.
Crazy.
It doesn't say that, but I'm assuming.
Sure.
Go into the pizza shop. Hey, I was like, you probably can't break $1 so I can use the press penny machine. No. I was like, who owns the machine? He's like, the tattoo shop.
So many businesses are now cash only. They're not giving you any change.
They had cash.
Mm.
I should have been like, well, what if I buy 3 slices of your $10 pizza? And he's like, well, yeah, of course. And it's like, well, I'm not doing that, mister.
You said that?
No. And then I moonwalk out. So
And then somebody like thinks you're a Michael Jackson Hollywood Boulevard impersonator and they ask to take their picture with you.
I bump into them and then I turn around and I'm now Lorenzo from, did you remember that commercial where he was a Michael Jackson impersonator in a Pepsi commercial? And he turns around and he bumps into Michael Jackson.
Mhm.
I bump into a Michael Jackson impersonator.
Yes.
He pulls down his glasses. I do too. We both do a moonwalk dance off. Then I realize it's the real Michael Jackson.
Oh my God.
Never died. He's now 16 years
People
older.
think that. People think that.
People always
People think that.
Anyway, long story longer. So now I'm in the tattoo parlor and I'm like, hey, do you guys own the press penny machine?
Mhm.
We do. I was like, so do you offer change? We do. So she pops open the thing. I was like, listen, I think I only want 2. So I just need, 4 quarters and a couple of pennies. I give her $2. She opens it up. I see a big, had to cover my eyes. The glare of the pennies were so bright. I was like, wow, all these new pennies. No. Upon closer inspection, not pennies at all.
Wait.
A drawer of just tiny weird,
Like shiny tokens?
yes, brass discs. And I was like, are these even real brass? Is this is my future as a pressed penny collector?
I mean, we're in a post-penny America, so of course it makes sense. But
I mean, I gotta say, I'm happy they'd come up with a solution.
Yeah, I'm just a little gobsmacked.
I was completely gobsmacked.
But did it create a real nice shine?
It was an. I
You're
have
a
them.
jangle.
This is what you get when you don't change your pants. Yeah.
You've been in these pants since Monday.
Well, I take them off at night and then toss them back on in the morning.
You don't take your pants off at night.
I have this week. I did almost sleep in them yesterday because I was too cold, but then I took them off halfway through.
What'd you put on instead?
Just my boxers. Oh. But yeah, you really kind of can't tell.
You kind of can't tell.
Looks like this if you're watching the YouTube. You kind of can't tell.
I squashed my penny on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I really like that that's what they went with.
Oh, is it what it says? I didn't even notice that it said I squashed my penny.
It says I squashed my penny, which is factually inaccurate because this was not a penny. It should say I squashed my brass disc.
I squashed my 32% brass disc.
Crazy.
This one has a picture of Oscar, and at the bottom it says Oscar, and then on the side of him it says...
When you said Oscar, I thought Oscar the Grouch.
You think I'm on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and the first Oscar they want to represent is Oscar the Grouch.
Maybe it's a collab.
It was right by Jimmy Kimmel's stage, which is ABC, which is Disney. Which I think owns the Muppets
Probably, yeah, probably. You were on Muppets territory.
But I didn't get to finish what this says is Tinseltown. Nobody uses that anymore.
They should.
Where's that penny? I don't want to lose it.
It's in between those two pillows.
Like you on prom? I don't know, something there.
Yeah, that actually is more accurate than me on prom night, just sleeping in between two pillows. I went to bed early. No fun to be had.
No fun, no... it's on brand.
Yeah, not lucky at all.
Whoa, I feel like I could bend this. I don't think I could bend a real penny.
Oh.
So...
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, BiC. Do you have any association with BiC?
Oh, sure. I know those smooth little blue pens.
The blue pen is what starts it on. That's what we're going to get into. I'm not going to lie. I have a new thing on my birthday present wish list.
Okay. Custom pens?
They have come out recently, and I haven't been able to find it in America, and that's the flaw.
Okay.
But I have found it in Europe. The problem is the shipping is as much as the thing. Shipping is over $100. Someone is producing that blue, red, or black clear pen as a lamp. So you just lean this like 6-foot pin on your wall, and what is supposed to be the ink
lights up.
Oh my God, I'm so in love with it. So it's on my list.
Very you.
It's not even like I can't pull it off. It's like with shipping and everything, it's around $400, but that's also like,
yeah.
I don't want $400. I want to find it in the States for $200.
Somebody will bring it to the mainland. This is America. Somebody will have it.
Pretty cool.
That's wild.
Pretty wild.
What's with you past life? Were you like a mouse in a past life? So you're like really like comforted by like large scale everyday objects?
I was something tiny. I was something tiny. Did you ever see, and I don't know why this is one of those movies that is not shown on weekends, but Lily Tomlin as the Incredible Shrinking Woman.
I never saw it.
Oh my!
I never saw it.
God,
I'd love to see it. I love Lily Tomlin.
At her prime. Yes. This is like during 9 to 5 when she's just really living life. She plays what they would call in the 80s and your average homemaker.
Sure.
If I remember correctly, she gets mixed up in a laundry room or something. She somehow gets inundated with a bunch of chemicals. Those shrink her down. It doesn't happen immediately. So like the next day, she like goes to put on her pants and they fall off. And she's like, oh, my jazzercise must be working. Then she puts on her wedding ring. It falls off. And then eventually she's 2 inches tall.
What a funny idea.
Her husband moves her into a dollhouse. The dog almost eats her. I think her best friend's a monkey because it's the 80s. Carrying her around. I could be getting movies confused, but I loved that movie because all the props they did practically. So they had to make like a giant can of Pringles for her to like crawl in.
Very Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I Shrunk the Kids, probably from the producers up.
Imagine if you had a friend who was working on Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and you could get one of those like giant Cheerios and just have it leaning against the wall in your artist loft.
Wouldn't be my favorite get from that, just a giant Cheerio. I'd rather have, there's a woman I follow on TikTok. Good Lord, if I cannot get her signed with a museum. I started following her a couple of years ago because every Halloween, she's just such a good artist.
You mentioned she makes candy.
She makes giant candy. So like she covers her porch, like she is proficient. Either she only posts a video every day or she makes one every day. But she'll make a giant, like all the things you would get in your Halloween basket or basket, Easter,
Bucket.
Halloween bag,
Yeah.
pail,
Sure. Trash can.
Trader Joe's tote,
Uh-huh.
like a Dum Dum, a Tootsie Roll, a single fun-size Reese's cup with it'll be ripped open with a bite out of it. So she's been doing that for years.
love
She has
that
so many.
stuff.
The last few months, she's been working on a new project that she just calls Junk Drawer. And it started out with like a paper clip. There's a Zippo lighter in there now. Now there's like 60 things in it.
Cool.
She takes suggestions like put in a RIP concert ticket, put in a McDonald's straw with like half of the wrapper
Yeah.
ripped off. Like,
Oh,
and there's so
cool.
many things in it. I want it to be at Broad. It should be an interactive display at the Broad. Big drawer. We can like dig around in it. It would go perfectly with that big table.
That's awesome.
I digress.
That's so cool.
So I'm just talking about big things.
My memory of a BiC pen is
Oh.
that the top of it has a like an interesting shape. It's very, I'm not going to say butthole.
Why not? That's on brand for you.
But do you know what I mean? Am I wrong? Does the top have like some kind of like indentations or am I thinking of a different pen?
The BiC pen was kind of modeled after a pencil. It's a
Okay.
hexagon, so
Yes.
it doesn't roll off the table. It's just got that pointy cap with a longer stem on it.
Okay.
Probably got chewed on a lot. The butt had like that little piece of plastic covering the hole, and I
Uh-huh.
think people would bite that out. In the
Mhm.
70s, people probably use these as Coke straws.
Yes.
There's a tiny little vent hole in it for air pressure, but I don't think there's anything. I would like bite the ink
Well, because
tip.
there's the clear one and then there's the solid blue stick.
I'm talking
the
the
BiC
clear
stick.
one is the initial one. It's called the
Yes.
BiC Crystal.
I'm talking about the BiC stick. In my memory,
I bet
it
you
had some shape on the top of it, and it was really satisfying to press into your leg. You press like a little like the top of a pen and you're like, and then it leaves like an indentation. And different pens do different things. And actually, the ones that have the lid, that little hole, is really satisfying to press on mosquito bites.
Yeah, mosquito
So-
bite thing. Someone asked that recently when they answered the Insta egg.
They said, "Is this the kind of pen I used to push on mosquito bites?"
It wasn't a pen. It was something about fingernail because I do fingernail. I do a cross.
You make an X.
I do an X with my fingernail. On my
Yeah,
mosquito
and so a
bites.
pen has like it's like the perfect size. It's like a certain you can like really get it on there, and I guess it does something.
I don't know.
Feels
I
good.
forgot to look up those things. I think this was an off-brand, so some of you won't know what I'm talking about. But for 2 days in Iceland, my face got attacked by these flies
Oh,
that
yeah.
were trying to get in my mouth, and keep meaning to like pull that up so I can like actually report on that.
Oh, that is so crazy.
It was.
We think we have it bad here with the mosquitoes. I tried to count my mosquito bites on my legs. I got over 30 and I stopped counting because my legs are just covered in mosquito. My ankles are just like all just 2 big mosquito bites right now.
I'm so tired of them.
I'm
I get
sick
them
of
in
it.
bed. I don't. Maybe I have bed bugs or spiders. I'm constantly getting bit
Oh, in bed?
in bed, and not in a good way.
Oh, by a vampire boyfriend?
Yeah, that would be the good way. No, by little mosquitoes. All right, should we get into
Yeah,
it?
let's get into BiC. I'm so curious. How the hell? I think of BiC like doing 3 companies. It's like do one. This is how I feel about how like why Amazon has like TV shows and movies. It's like be the company that sends me my laundry detergent. Like why do you also like have like original programming?
I would say that if they weren't all so good.
Are they
a
good?
BiC pen is
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. A
Yeah.
BiC lighter literally is like, I didn't even think of it as in my arsenal of, I need something bigger than Mount Rushmore. What's my like, that is just something that my whole bin of brands that are on brand for me,
Mhm.
whatever that is. But it is like, I can't imagine going to the store and buying like the gas station brand lighter or
Interesting.
Cricket. I don't know if they make those anymore.
I don't know.
But I would always buy a BiC. It's definitely like, to me, the BiC lighter is the Coca-Cola bottle, is
It's
the
so true, yeah.
Volkswagen Beetle. It is
Yeah.
like one of the perfect designs.
It's accessible. It's for the truck driver and the Madison Avenue
Woman on the go.
woman on the go.
It's for Carrie Bradshaw and Carry Me Home, I'm Drunk.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, BiC, July 29, 1914.
Oh,
We're recovering
clip
from the
clop.
sinking of the Titanic.
Mhm, mhm.
It's been 2 years. People are tired of hearing about it at this point. Marcel BiC is born.
Great.
BIC? No, BICH. BiC.
Oh.
Fun fact,
Like you, he removed the H.
that's in my notes. later when we get to the logo. Much like me, he removed the H from his name.
Oh, wow. Poor H's. H's are so excited they get in a name. And then like as soon as somebody has autonomy, they take it out. It's really mean.
My friend used to say I took out the H for hell yeah.
The self-esteem of the letter H is
Poor
just really
H's.
low. I know, poor H.
Fun fact, these are like the stories I tell where I'm like, does this make me look crazy? Day or two before I left for Iceland, stopped at Goodwill,
Why?
which I never go to Goodwill anymore.
I posted in the Discord that a cracked plastic Halloween mask was $9.99 at Goodwill.
My favorite thing, Goodwill I hate because they have become that. They have now
Yes.
gone online. So
Yes.
they get everything free. They underpay people that have disabilities. And yeah, you'll find like a used Starbucks cup in like $14.99.
Oh, the price of like the cold cup, like water bottles, like a dented, scratched up water bottle that a kid used from like 2nd through 5th grade is literally $11.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you crazy? Like, have you been in a regular store lately? This is what new things cost.
Yeah.
Bananas.
So I was just wandering around. I truly do not remember what. Oh, you know what? I do remember what took me in there.
What?
Now I feel like I have your energy from last week.
You were excited.
I haven't
We're back
eaten
in the
today, and
seat.
all I've had is coffee.
Oh,
I had a weird. Sometimes I get these weird, like if you step on that crack, you'll break your mother's back, but if you step on that crack, it'll be a chain of events where you'll like this good thing that you're waiting for will happen.
your plane will crash.
Yeah, or
Sure.
not.
Oh.
And in my head, I was like, I have a really strong feeling there's a good vintage swatch in Goodwill today.
Oh.
So I'm going to stop in and look. They didn't.
Oh.
There goes my
If
hunch.
it was right, I mean, that would be really cool.
Maybe there was and I just didn't see it.
No, I don't
Talk
think it
about what
was.
they don't have anymore is a jewelry case. All that stuff I'm sure goes
Sure,
online.
yeah.
They have like 3 like CVS watches.
Ugh.
Anyway, I'm perusing the aisles looking for fun things to take to send my friend Shep because we like to send each other stupid things and say it's them. So like I'll do 2 movies. Like it'll be like Titanic and then like Bad News Bears. I'll take a picture of each of those and be like, this is us. And then you have to figure out I'm obviously in that one Titanic
yes.
and he's Bad News Bears. Anyway, I'm perusing the aisles and I come across something from Anthropology, one of my favorite old stores that I don't really shop at
Wow.
anymore. They used to sell, and I'm sure you remember them, these zinc letters.
Yes.
They were like metal letters. You could either get them in this size
Yes.
or this size.
Okay.
When those got clearanced out, I went on a bonanza and I bought so many to spell out my name. I know I have Jon in giant letters. I think I have JONG. I'll randomly get X's because I'm like, well, maybe I'll just want to hang a fun X up in the bathroom someday.
Wait, you have giant ones?
Yeah, they're in this.
Like 3.5 feet tall?
I don't think they're that tall.
Okay.
2.5 feet.
Okay.
They're in the unit. But I remember I also bought, I think, my full name in the smaller letters, which are
Okay.
like 7 inches.
Yeah.
And I probably bought, because they were probably down to $1.99, I probably bought Jon Joseph Glover, whatever I could find. Goodwill, I came across the H. And I was like, did I buy the H? I was like, I bet I didn't. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy this H so that I can have it just in case I didn't.
As an option.
So now I bought that H.
Wow.
I forget what took me to that.
You're interesting.
I know, aren't I? All right,
wow.
so what took me there?
We were talking about H and how H gets left out of names of things.
Right, BiC, B-I-C-H.
Mhm.
He's born in Turin, Italy on May 30th.
What?
I was reading his death. May 30th, 1994. So he was born in Turin, Italy, July 29, 1914. His parents, his mom, Marie Muffat de Saint-Amour de Chanaz,
Ooh.
was a French noblewoman. How could you be anything but with a
Wow.
name like that? Born in 1886, by the way, the same year Coke came out. His father, Amy Mario Bich.
Love that.
AIME/over-the-E hyphen Mario Bich. He is a futurist engineer. I love that. He would have gotten a job on the team when they were making Minority Report.
for sure.
What does this look like in 40 years?
Doing this.
Yeah.
Swiping.
I always love that. I'm like, so in the future, according to them, we're going to be doing this, but alarm clocks will just have lights on them.
Yep. That's right.
Some things will barely change and some things will be
Honestly, still true.
kind of
Still
is.
true.
We're going to have those what were they called? Cogs?
Cogs.
Those 3 people.
Cogs.
I like that movie. So he's a futurist engineer and he has a real affinity for everything modern. He's really interested in like machinery and technology, speed, and he's just like this tireless inventor. And he really kind of instills that spirit of future and invention upon his son. The family bounces around from Italy to Spain. The dad's not really like landing great work being a futurist engineer.
Sure.
As you can imagine, that's a little bit
Because like
niche.
back then, it's like future is what, like clean milk, like medicine.
He's like, in 1921, we won't even use seeds. And they're like,
Yeah.
So after they bounce around, they end up in France, and Marcel is naturalized as a French citizen in 1932. He studies law. He goes to the University of Paris. He serves in the French Air Force at the beginning of World War II. And in 1944, he's a young Frenchman. He's finished serving, and he just kind of needs to figure out what he's going to do with his life. He needs a job. We've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
He ends up getting a job at a stationery wholesaler selling ink pots and quills. How quaint. Very Harry Potter.
Yes. Oleander's wand shop.
Yep. Well, he'd sell wands.
Yeah, what similar vibe.
I'm here for an ink pot. He's like, you're at the wand shop. Well, I just assumed maybe there'd be a corner.
It feels related.
What?
Maybe there might be some pots of ink on the counter as an impulse buy.
Actually, they kind of are related. I don't know if you know much about Harry Potter wands, but they have a feather inside of them. That's what gives them their powder. And a quill would have feathers.
And I feel like the box is the same.
Yeah, it's kind of box.
Yep.
All right, so we're in World War II, so we're mid-40s, so you might be thinking, John, we're still quilling it at this time?
Shocked.
Aren't we using normal pens, fountain pens at this time? Yes and no. Not for a lack of trying, we're not. People are definitely ready to get away from the feather and the dipping. It's sloppy.
A lot of like tickling a secretary at the office with the feather. We want to move away from that.
Yes, all secretaries there's been a whole uprising in secretaries just trying to get the pen going.
Exactly. They made it early investors.
They're tired of getting their titties tickled. There have been like advances in pens, but like everything that people are making are still leaky. Like you have to they haven't figured out the pen yet.
I would say we're there with water bottles because they leak. They all leak.
They all leak.
I
have a good friend, Sandy. She is a penophile. Oh, that's a dangerous word. You just one letter off.
Don't get a typo right in that. Excited for you to meet my friend Sandy. She's a penophile.
Sandy called. I made the other woman's name Sandy also. My wife's name.
I wanted to introduce you guys because you have the same name.
Sandy, call the police.
And they arrest the wrong Sandy.
There's your Netflix movie.
There you go.
I don't know what the right word is. The progression moving from quills to ballpoint pen, in between that, there was fountain pens. So fountain pens were definitely a step forward, but they were also leaky. You had to fill cartridges up, put cartridges in, use the nib. They were just messy. It wasn't until the late 1880s that we have, hello, an American, John J. Loud, who he is credited with inventing the first ballpoint pen.
Let's get loud. Let's get loud.
Everyone holding a pen.
Uh-huh.
Let's get loud for John Loud Pens.
I think that's a J-Lo song.
Oh, I don't know.
You couldn't tell from my rendition?
No, I'm not that. I am that gay, but I'm not that gay. I'm not like the J-Lo, Mariah Carey gay. And I feel like those are special gays. I'm sure all of them listening are loved what you did.
No, they're probably like, that wasn't J-Lo.
They're like, I am that gay, and no way, queen. So John Loud comes up with he's a tanner. He works with leather.
So was I back in the day.
Right.
At the tanning salon.
Didn't you meet...
Honey, I met a lot of folks there.
But someone's mom, Miley Cyrus's mom.
No, I saw Miley Cyrus's mom's pee at the gynecologist.
Right. Your life, once you don't leave this house often, but when you do, man, it's an adventure.
If I leave the house and I don't see a star's mom, I'm really disappointed. I need to memorize more stars. I need to know. I feel like I could get Billie Eilish's mom if I saw her in the wild.
That's not a flex. We could all you have to do is wave a vegan chicken leg and Billie Eilish's mom will come a-running. She lives somewhere in the hood.
I know. I feel like I'm going to bump into her.
I'm really sad that Billie didn't continue with that restaurant that Moby used to own.
She didn't?
No, I think she
just gave up.
Yeah.
She's like, why am I doing this? Who am I, BiC?
I
need a second career?
I have 9 perfumes. What do I need this for? Mushroom scallops? All right. So he's a tanner and he wants to make a pen that works on multiple surfaces. And he does it. And it writes great on leather.
Oh.
It writes great on wood.
Wow. Important.
It writes terribly on paper. Because as you can imagine, something that writes great on leather,
Yeah.
that's like a muscular pen.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like
that's
you try to
beefy.
write on a delicate little piece of papyrus, it's ripping right through
Shred
it.
right through.
So good, bad, not what we're looking for.
Interesting.
It also had a very, and I'm sorry, Jon, I know I didn't want you to have to say this in front of you, very uneven ink flow.
Oh, an issue with the nib.
Your nib is a little drippy. I need it to be smooth. This isn't going to work out, John Loud. John Loud, the rival of Game of Thrones. What was his name? Jon Snow. Jon Snow. Jon Snow's boring cousin,
Jon Loud.
All right, so the ballpoint pen, not
It's a good thing we're not writing SNL sketches. We'd
What?
be like pitching like, what if Jon Snow from Game of Thrones, the show from 7 years ago, meets John Loud, the creator of BiC pens?
Well,
What would that be like if those two guys had to collaborate on something?
then Lauren is like, wait, I thought Marcel BiC created BiC pens. Oh, right. No, John Loud didn't create BiC pens. He was an American. He's kind of the predecessor to BiC pens, like 40 years earlier.
You see, the pen wrote well on wood and leather,
Leather. He
but
was
not paper.
He worked in a tannery, and then you're like, so did I.
So did I.
Lindsay Lohan, anybody? Yeah, you know what? Sure, maybe we can't write SNL sketches, but I'd like to see any of them host a podcast. I'd like to see Amy Poehler host a podcast.
That's a really good point.
Thank you. All right, so ballpoint pen not catching on. You also still had to refill it like a fountain pen.
Annoying.
Still leaking. No, thank you. Cut to 50 years later. We just stuck with nothing for a long time. 1938. Here's our boy.
Okay.
László Joseph Bíró.
Biro.
There are slashes and slings over every letter in his name.
All right.
I'm just calling him either
call him
Lassie. We'll call him Lassie or Bíró. I like Bíró. He's a native of Budapest, Hungary, working as a journalist.
Cool.
He couldn't help but notice that there was a fundamental difference between the ink in a fountain pen and the ink at the newspaper.
Oh.
The fountain pen ink tended to smudge very easily because it didn't have time to dry.
Obviously.
Newspaper ink dried much faster,
Great.
leaving papers smudge free. So just use newspaper ink and fountain pens, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, Marissa.
Why? Why not?
This is why you worked in a tanning bed and not the pennery. The ink is too thick to flow through the tip.
Thin it adds water.
Good. We love that. You just go to lunch,
Dilute it.
thin it out, use water. Bye. I'll be at Panera. I got their drink.
Panera?
Panera. I'm sure I say it wrong.
No, Panera.
Panera.
Oh, that's like their cafeteria. In the office, they call it Panera to be cute.
I love Panera having a Panera sister restaurant. It's all just
Cute,
pens.
cute.
I think today I'll have blue ink.
For a big penophile meetup.
Ugh. I just hung out with 3 of the coolest pedophiles.
So it was Sandy, Sandy, and Sandy. They're all named Sandy.
3 Sandys. 2 of them were men. All right, where are we?
You're all hopped up on Ludens.
I really feel like I'm looting out, man. All right, so he cannot just use newspaper ink. So he just starts noodling around. He's got those gears that we don't have where he's like, okay, that doesn't work, but what could work? Now, I'm going to tell 2 stories right here because I don't know that either one of them are true. One of them is about someone we haven't really talked about yet, Mr. BiC. According to legend, both of these things happened.
Okay.
Bíró.
Is this like my fact about the world record for the largest snowflake? Is
No,
the
because
size
that
of a
was
dinner
just
plate?
stupid. You're like, the largest snowflake is as thick as a house. No, it wasn't.
It was 6 inches thick and it was the size of a frying pan.
Sounds like your husband. One day, Bíró was looking out the window, just observing,
Having a think.
having a think.
Yeah.
He sees a group of kids playing marbles in the street.
Simpler time.
It had recently rained, and one boy rolled a marble through a puddle.
Are you kidding that this happened?
As it rolled along the pavement, it left a line of water in its wake. Biro's eyes widened. He had his Oprah aha moment, and the inspiration for the ballpoint pen was born.
If that scene was in the movie, and I think it should be,
No one would believe
the film, no one would believe it.
Is that what you were going to say?
Yes, nobody would believe that. It's too perfect.
Loosely based on things we've heard.
Based on the novel Push by Sapphire.
Based on the Push novel. Okay, so that's story one. And that was the only story I had in here. I was going to, disclaimer it. Who knows? Time brands change stories.
Pretty convenient.
Yesterday, I come across this story, and we're not even at this, but I'm throwing it in here because why not? So, spoiler alert, Marcel Bich, who we're about to get to, is going to license the idea for the pen from Biro.
Okay.
So that's how I have known him to get the idea.
Sure.
But according to other legend,
okay,
one day, Marcel Bich was looking out his window.
No,
it doesn't say that,
no.
but he did see a wheelbarrow leave a smooth, even track of moisture on the ground as it was pushed, sparking the idea of a rotating metal ball that could roll ink smoothly onto paper. So we have these two, tall tales of balls of how we got here. Maybe a little bit of each of them is true. I don't know.
Something wet rolled and two men got inspired.
Merch on brand, something wet rolled.
We should make pens that say something wet rolled.
Merch.
The rest is history.
The rest is his story.
I love that.
No, her stories are on brand. Now, Biro believed that he could apply that same marble philosophy to create a better ballpoint pen. He shares the idea with his brother, who's like a scientist or an engineer. They work together to create a prototype. And basically what they come up with is they have this little reservoir of ink. They have a tip that contains a teeny tiny ball that can rotate freely. The ball is serving a couple of purposes here. One, it is preventing the ink in the reservoir from drying out.
Yes.
And as it rolls, when you turn that pen upside down and that ink hits the back of that ball, then you roll the ball, you're getting that same line that you got.
How excited must they have been when that worked?
Who in the World War II is going to a manufacturer is I need a ball. They're like, great, here's a basketball. No. I need a ball.
The smallest ball you've ever seen. I want it even smaller.
Oh, you want my brother-in-law's balls? Okay. Wait, how do you know what size your brother-in-law's balls are?
Sandy, get in here.
Sandy?
Zip.
How do you know my brother-in-law's Sandy? His name's Sandy too?
I wonder if I could replicate this with a piping bag and a marble. Could I replicate that with a piping bag and a marble?
Yeah. Except the difference is you would have to apply pressure to the piping bag.
If I squeeze it real tight.
But you don't have to squeeze a pen, so you're not replicating. Pen is using gravity.
Okay, I'll use gravity.
Okay.
I'll try it with paint.
Great. Let us know.
Did they add water to the ink?
It's not in my notes.
They did. I'm going to assume they did.
Okay. So here we are. So they have their prototype. 1938, they're able to get a patent on their idea, but they do not do anything with that patent right away. Why? Biro is Jewish. He is living in Hungary. Hungary is an ally of Nazi Germany. So they start passing these laws, not a great place for Jewish people to be. They pass a law that is going to ban the exportation of intellectual property from Hungary outside of the country.
Okay.
That's what he's holding.
Okay.
He's holding intellectual property.
Yes.
So he's like, bro, we gotta go. So they flee the country before that law takes effect. Him and his brother end up in Argentina, and they begin manufacturing the pens commercially there. Now, what happens when you come up with a new idea? It's the 40s. You're in Argentina. It's expensive. You can't just we have created a system to make tiny balls and chambers and this and that. It's the first pen.
Yes.
No, there's pens. No, trust me, this is the
different,
first
this
pen.
is a new thing.
I know, you think you've seen pens.
You know wheelbarrows, how there'll be a little water trail.
Yeah.
This is that.
Great, I'll buy it. How much is a pen? My understanding is in 100 years, pens are going to be like 8 cents. Yeah, in 100 years. Right now, we're looking at probably a couple $100 for this pen.
Are you serious?
It's expensive. Wow. I'm not going to lie. So it's too expensive for most people, but it gains a boost in popularity when it is discovered by the United Kingdom's Royal Air Force.
Oh.
Someone there realized that this pen, they could be in a plane.
Yes.
I would say in a boat, but it's the Air Force, so I'm assuming in a plane.
Sure.
They need to make some notes on a piece of paper. They put it up on the wall of the plane, start making notes.
They used to have to like dip in some ink.
I guess they were before dipping in ink, but now they've got a pen that can be perpendicular and write freely. They're like, oh my God, I don't care how much they are. They put in an order for 30,000 of these pens. So everybody's like, well, if it's good enough for the Air Force, good enough for me. Start saving
I mean, those passengers were looking like Jackson Pollock when they disembarked on the tarmac.
Absolutely.
All that ink splashing and spraying.
I love that I feel like I taught you who Jackson Pollock is.
I knew about Splatter Boy.
You knew who did it, though?
I knew Jackson Pollock because you always use it in innuendo.
Right. So I did teach it.
Yeah, but that's my most common reference for it. Is I feel like you say Jackson Pollock more than anybody I ever know.
Like, had a good date last night. I got really Jackson Pollock.
Exactly. And it's like, oh, John's really into art history. It's like, yeah. Yeah, he is.
Art history.
It definitely solidified who that artist is in my mind. You're referencing.
John just mentioned something about Jackson Pollock. Here's the Kleenex. So in 1943, they have this successful pen, but it might be too much work for them to go the globe with it. They start licensing the patent.
Oh my gosh. It's sharks. The sharks are always wanting you to license the technology.
I'm going to get 50 cents back on every unit until I get my money back, and then 10 cents in perpetuity.
I mean, what a good gig.
What a good gig, man. I mean, honestly, they would have to be the richest people from a television show ever.
For sure.
It's just Lori with Sponge Daddy. What's his name?
Scrub Daddy.
Mr. Father of Sponges.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scrub Daddy.
I know, it's crazy.
All right, so they license it to this guy. Doesn't really matter.
No, what's his name?
Édouard. I didn't even see the end. I was only worrying about the beginning. So in 1943, they licensed the idea to Édouard Faber for the United States territory for $2 million. He brings the pen to America in 1945. He advertises it as this miraculous new invention. It's a pen that doesn't leak. You hardly ever have to refill it. Cost only $12.50. What is that today? $237 for this pen. But despite the price, hundreds of people line up the street to either see it or buy it.
For them, I mean, imagine taking a time traveler from that era where one pen cost $200 and now seeing like buckets of pens for free when you give blood. Just like how many pens or how cheap they are.
Wait, they're giving pens out? Imagine me stepping out of a time machine, Big Mac in one hand, filet fish in another hand. Hey, you guys, pens are going to be free in 100 years. Step back in.
I mean, that's psychedelic for them to imagine. Pens as far as the eye can see.
Oh, and by the way, your telephones, those are going to be in your pocket and you're going to use them for 8 hours a day.
Yoink.
Yoink. Oh, grab me a White Castle real quick. So yeah, they're really expensive.
Crazy.
But all of this earns Bíró the title of father of the modern ballpoint pen.
He's earned it.
We're not even at BiC yet.
Oh.
Meanwhile, back in France, BiC, 31 years old. I love how I do these shows, and it's like, I've read all these things they do, and they're like, and now at the age of 31.
I know, right? People didn't know how long they had.
They didn't really have as long either.
He had to back it in.
Though he does live to 1994, which I'm like, girl, you were that close to seeing Titanic. Like, you were born
from living through it. Yeah.
Oh my God, he was born 2 years after it sank and died 3 years before the movie came out. Worst life ever. Wah, wah, wah. I don't like that sound. I'm not doing that anymore. All right. BiC.
Worst life ever.
He never knew.
Everything he achieved, everything he's
worst
done.
Life
so rich.
Ever. Marcel. And who would you say had the worst life ever? No question. Marcel Bich. Inventor of the BiC pen.
He didn't even get to live through the sinking of the Titanic, which is like, why would he?
He didn't even get to celebrate the reliving of the sinking of Titanic.
Wow, what a bummer.
So 31 years old. He has $4,000 in capital. That's about $75,000 today. He buys a rundown factory in Clichy, France.
Ooh.
It's leaky. They fix it up. And he sets up a business with a partner, Édouard Buffard. I bet it's Buffet, even though it's Buffard. Édouard
Buffard.
Édouard Buffard. Hey, Édouard Buffard, will you be my partner?
His last name is Buffard. They're deciding what to name their baby. And they're like, Tony.
Don't.
Jacques.
No.
You know what has a good ring to it? You know how our name ends in, what is it? What's our last name?
Our last name is Buffard. I think I know where you're
Buffard.
going with this.
I know people are going to be mad, but I feel like we have to name him Édouard and not pronounce it Edward.
You mean Edward?
No.
Édouard. The Buffard.
Ward the Fard.
Ward the Fard. Wah, wah, wah. No, I'm not doing that anymore. All right, so they started a new company called PPA, which stands for, I love this, Porte Plume, Portemines et Accessories.
Oh.
Which is pen holders, mechanical pencils, and accessories.
Oh. That's fun. Pocket protectors, remember those?
Yeah, they're basically the grandfathers of pocket protectors. Did I do that?
Were those real or just in movies?
They were real.
Did you ever see anybody with a real pocket protector?
Yeah, that nerdy kid in our school who always said he didn't do it.
That was Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
You went to school with him?
Yeah, I went to the school with the real Steve Urkel. You know what's not real though?
What?
In weddings, when they ask if anyone objects to this wedding.
Yeah, why don't we make that real?
That's just like a soap opera
What?
thing.
Who started that?
I don't know, but I remember the first wedding I went to, I was like, here we go. I'm like, what? No one said it?
Wow, we should do a segment on the origins of that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It's just television drama. Segment done. All right.
But who did it first?
All right. So Marcel becomes aware of...
We can do it at your wedding. If you get married, we can do it at your wedding.
If not when. She said if, not when.
Do you want to get married?
I wasn't pausing for dramatics. I was drinking coffee. That is not what this show is about. What this show's about is how Marcel became aware of Bírau's pen. He sees that there's great demand for it, even though it's expensive.
Mhm.
But what he thinks would make it even more exciting and would be a
Oh.
better business opportunity
Mm.
would be to license it, tweak it, and figure out how to make it a non-luxury item. Make it
Yes.
a pen, make it a tool for everyone.
Everybody needs a pen.
He thinks he can do that. He thinks he can mass produce them, and he thinks he can sell them to the masses. So now he has a company. He needs a logo. On the advice of friends or family like me, he
Mhm.
drops the H from his name
Smart.
and just comes up with the word BiC. It's shorter, it's more memorable, it's more brand friendly. I don't know if I mentioned this. It's capital B, lowercase I, capital C.
I do know that little I stands really loud and proud. Is it a guy?
I'm assuming you're talking about Big Boy.
Yeah, I'm talking about Big Boy.
You're talking about Big Boy. We're
We're
going to get
Halloween costume. Halloween's right around the corner. You got to start planning your costumes early. Anybody going as Big Boy?
I know some people have because I've already made the freak badge. We'll get to Big Boy in a minute. He's like 10 years later. So drops the H, does BiC, sets it within a red parallelogram with rounded corners. We still see that today.
Cool.
So Marcel gets the license. He starts making these tweaks that he wants to make between 1949 and 1950. He invests a lot in Swiss technology. Swiss known for making their incredible timepieces.
Yes.
That's where Swatch comes from.
They can make tiny stuff. They have like tiny screwdrivers and like stuff like
they
that.
have a whole drawer of teeny tiny. They've got a little guy who's like ting ting ting.
Like that junk drawer exhibit where everything's big. Switzerland, the tiny junk drawer is just like, that's a drawer.
Well, what do you like more, big or small?
I have a really strong connection to miniatures.
A lot of people do. That's why minis sell.
Yeah, I've always really been into minis. But I see big, it's the same thing. It's a playing with scale, and I can see why people like Maxi as well.
So when you were young, you were giant. When I was little, I was tiny.
Mm-hmm,
And
there
then
you
we
go.
met in the middle.
You know, miniatures is a more accessible collection just because it can all fit in a shoebox.
True.
If you're into large things, it creates,
A unit.
you get a unit.
You get a unit. So he invests in Swiss technology. He has them make a 1 millimeter stainless steel sphere that allowed ink to flow freely. He improved the ink viscosity, so it
added water.
It doesn't say.
Did he add water?
It doesn't say. I don't know exactly how he played with the viscosity.
Okay, interesting.
Water seems like a possibility.
Great.
But maybe probably not an oil because that wouldn't dry.
Some other kind of fluid.
I don't know. But tweaking that helped with like any leaking issues or clogging issues that there might be. 1950, he's launching his own pen.
Good for you.
The BiC Crystal Ballpoint Pen makes its debut in France. It sells for, it said 50 old French francs.
Okay.
I don't know if there's like new franc. Is it franc?
You're asking the wrong bitch.
I know. There's a lot. So our one French listener is
yeah,
like,
right.
Wait, is that Mexican? I don't know. All right. So 50 old French francs, whatever it is, it's about $2 US. So prices come way down. After it starts selling and he's able to up production, that drops to just a few cents per pen. He brings in a French designer, Raymond Savignac.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Raymond Sauvignon Blanc.
Raven Simone
is brought in to create ads for the pen. His Elle Court, which stands for She Runs advertising campaign.
Cute.
They're so cute. I'll put them in the thing. Showed a character chasing the pen. It was a huge hit in France. It wins like French advertising awards. It's like, like an Apple commercial of the day.
Cool.
Over the next decade, really, the pen just kind of explodes. BiC really gets its name out there. In 1953, BiC just outright buys the license or the patent from Bíró for $2 million. Bíró at the time wanted to get his family out of Argentina, so he saw it was more important to like save his family than try to like hold on to this business.
Yeah.
So he buys it outright.
And is this like the crystal pen we know and love today? Does it look so? Because that tracks with like everybody's collective transfer over to plastic from metal. So like the old ones were probably maybe metal,
right,
and like really fancy. And so the consumer affordable version, plastic is on the scene. Perfect timing. Let's make a cheap pen.
Marisa, I want to say that's a very astute observation.
Thank you.
And I'm going to talk about that more in depth. Oh, wait, maybe why am I doing it as AI now? Marisa, that was a really astute observation. I'm actually going to talk about that more a little bit later, but I love that you brought it up.
Thank you. I love getting gassed up by my AI chatbot.
If you wouldn't mind putting a pin in that, trust me, I won't forget what you said.
I'm excited. Thank you.
So BiC establishes itself worldwide during this time. In the late 1950s, they hit America in 1958, Scandinavia in 59, Africa and the Middle East in 1960. They are spreading their wings. Raymond is brought back to do some more illustration work. This is when he comes up with BiC Boy. He creates what will become the logo for the company. It's basically a schoolboy who, instead of a normal head, has the ball of a ballpoint pen. It's just a big shiny ball. He stands upright. He's holding a BiC ballpoint pen tucked behind his back, which you can see coming out from the sides. And he stands next to the BiC logo in bright orange, which would become the color for the company.
Cool.
Yeah. When the pen launches in America, it sells for 29 cents.
Oh my God.
That's only $3 today. By the time it's mass produced here, they get it down to 19 cents.
Incredible.
So from like a $200 pen, he did exactly what he envisioned doing. A $200 pen to what would be a little bit of loose change in your pocket.
Amazing.
We talked about this a little bit. It kind of resembled the shape of a pencil. It was hexagonal. That was done for several different reasons. You use less material when you do that. It won't roll off of a table. They used a transparent barrel and tube, so you always knew exactly how much ink that you had in your pen.
I love that. I love seeing that.
I know. You don't even really think about it, but it's like everything about it had a purpose.
Sure.
There's a tiny little hole in it. You may never think anything about it. That hole is there because it maintains the same air pressure inside and outside of the pen.
Wow.
That's what allows it to flow freely, unlike your frosting bag where you have to squeeze it.
I'm going to tinker around on that today.
Put a little hole in your frosting bag.
What's that goo? Is that Vaseline?
The Jackson Pollock?
No, you know what I mean? Like you've taken apart a pen.
Oh, there's that little bit of goo.
There's like a little bit of Vaseline on like keeping the ink in.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of Vaseline, something like that.
It might
probably
be
just
Vaseline.
to keep probably with air pressure and leakage. I'm sure it has a purpose. It doesn't. One day someone's like,
why is this here?
Can we save any money? Actually, Robert, I should tell you, I've been putting Vaseline in the pens for no reason. Early on, I was worried about job security, so I just wanted to seem like I had an important part of the process.
It's
don't
of
need
no effect or benefit to the pen at all, and eliminating the Vaseline will save us $90 billion a year.
$90 billion in savings. So if that would help, if it does, let's all go to Panera My Treat. Now, as you know, the pen, it comes in a million different... I have a pen.
Oh, fine.
Now, this is the classic pen.
Wow.
I could have had this open the whole time, and we could have been holding them and playing with them. Ugh. Thanks, Patreon.
I like the colors, too.
This whole thing was only like $5.
Are the inks different colors or just the caps and sticks?
The inks are different.
I don't know.
colors.
Sometimes they're not. I got a pack of Ticonderogas that's just the different colors of the paint.
They better be. I mean, I assume the pink pen is a pink lid is a... Ooh, they put a tiny little bit
Oh,
of...
yeah, a little protector for the nib. Oh,
Mm.
taking it apart.
Oh, God, it's all unraveling.
Disassembling pens was a really fun way to pass the time in like 4th grade.
Oh, yeah, it's pink.
Oh, this doesn't have a transparent tube.
Oh, boy. So now the pen is available in many different ink colors. You've got like your classic. The 3 classics are blue, black, and red.
Mhm.
Green kind of fits in there. Now we get in pinks and purples and modern colors and artistic colors, and they've branched out a lot. It will go on to become the best-selling pen in the world. In 2006, they sold their 100 billionth pen.
Wow.
It became a real category disruptor before that was even a term, and helped change the marketplace from fountain pens to ballpoint pens. 1971, one of my favorite places, the Museum of Modern Art in New York, MoMA, recognized BiC's crystal's industrial design by introducing it into the museum's permanent collection. 1970, they came out with probably one of my favorite BiC products. Can you guess?
No.
It's similar to this,
What?
but there's 4 colors.
Oh, yeah.
The 4-color
great.
BiC pen. I have so many of these. I usually always have one of these in my pocket. A couple years ago, I discovered accidentally there is a very rare 2-colored BiC pen, which I could only find in Australia and New Zealand.
Did you get it?
I had them shipped.
Oh,
So that
boy.
I love, because it's like kind of half the size.
Cute.
But I love it. I love the 4-color pens. Now the 4-color pens, I have some that are like, it'll be like 3 ink colors and then a mechanical pencil, 3 ink colors and a highlighter. Like they have figured
That
out.
technology is so cool. I have a couple of those not BiC brands because they'll be like in like goodie bags and stuff for kids, and it'll be like 8 of them. They're cheapo,
Yeah.
but to watch that
whole
engineering about how pushing it down and how it rotates around, and they like take turns going in the hole, depending on which one is depressed. It's so cool.
It's like you're
Take turns going in the hole depending on which one is depressed.
like your friend group on prom night.
Exactly.
Okay.
Not me. I was between 2 pillows.
Yeah, you were sleeping between 2 pillows. Between 2 pillows, that's your autobiography.
Yeah, I think it is.
The life of a podcasting
I have some
queen.
mosquito bites. I might do my pen lid trick on these.
You can keep that one. By 1973, they are selling 50 million pens a week.
Oh my
and this is
God.
like 50 years ago, selling 50 million pens a week. Do I have current numbers? No,
We can assume it's a lot.
I do
They're
later.
everywhere.
And they're selling them in 90 countries. BiC, he is becoming a proficient businessman. He would say about business, a good business has to be like a good car that is squarely balanced on 4 smooth running wheels. Those wheels are production, finance, distribution, and publicity. Publicity, you had to use it to persuade the public to buy what you need. BiC would use 10% of their gross to spend on advertising. Advertising was just a really big deal for them. I don't even think of them as like one of the advertising greats, but then I started to look, I forgot they have a whole, and we'll get to it here in a minute, but they had like some fun slogans that took off, and especially their French advertisements were really great.
Oh, cool.
So 1971, they're like, you know what? We're really crushing it with the pen.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could branch out to something beyond the pen, beyond the paper.
Okay.
What would that be? Thanks to an acquisition they had done just a year earlier, BiC had another trick up its sleeve. Or should I say, not up its sleeve, but in its 5th pocket.
Wow. Are you nominated for a Peabody or something? What is this? What are you going for with this?
I don't know. Sometimes when I write it, it's like, this is going to be stupid.
Have fun.
All right. So a year earlier, BiC had acquired a company called Flaminiere. It's French. Flaminiare.
That'd be a good username on Grindr.
Flaminiere.
Yeah.
Hey, queer. It's me, Flaminiere. They were a renowned gas lighter manufacturer in France. This would lay the foundation for its next disposable product. Why lighters? I started to think about this. Some of this is not just normal research. Some of this is just me thinking aloud in bed in jeans.
Mm-hmm.
I realized when you look at the lighter, there are many similarities to the pen.
Interesting.
They both had expensive counterparts that need refilling, that need other pieces to it. And those counterparts were geared towards people that had more money.
Yes. The
ballpoint pen's predecessor was the fountain pen, and BiC's lighter's predecessor was
fancy lighter, metal lighter.
The Zippo.
The Zippo.
Which I said play the sound. I forgot to bring it. I had my Chapel Rowan Zippo to bring, and I was going to click it. But I don't have it here. But yes, the Zippo. So the Zippo is the fountain pen. Mm-hmm. It's a metal version of the plastic version.
Yes.
You have to fill it with a liquid.
Yes.
You have to get flints for it. It's like such an obvious, it's the same thing.
That's really interesting.
Thank you. And I came up with that on my own, not from research.
There you go.
Thank you. 1973 Zippo prices $3.50 to $6, which is about $26 to $45 today.
Wow.
So, and this is something that I did not find in my research, but I found in the ads when I was looking up the old. So if I, just a researching thing, if I find out that BiC acquired Flaminiere, when I go into newspapers.com, I will search BiC, Marcel, lighter, Flaminiere, oldest.
Yes.
To see the first time those start popping up.
Yeah.
Assuming it'll be whatever these articles say, 1973 or whatever. But then I find some a couple years earlier. Why? They owned Flaminiere for a few years before the BiC lighter came out. And the way they used it was they had advertisements that were like, if you buy a dozen BiC pens, we'll give you a free Flaminiere lighter.
Oh,
so they were
they were already kind of collabing.
Yeah, but it wasn't even for what they had found a use for it that wasn't, maybe that was its intended use, maybe not, but it was being accessed in other ways than what we know it for, or what has been the final story that is told about.
Yeah. And everybody smoked then, probably. Everybody was using lighters.
This is Mad Men. This is actually, 70. Yeah, this is Mad Men.
Yes.
You've got Don Draper, dragging on a Lucky Strike, who am I kidding? Sucking that thing down, staring you in the eye.
A nip of whiskey at lunch.
I'll buy anything you're selling, Mr. Draper.
Wow.
I was like, close my robe. Close it. So why did they acquire this company? What do they get by acquiring it? Basically, they get instant expertise. They get decades of experience and knowledge in gas lighter engineering and safety standards. They get all the patents that they've already acquired for their lighters, critical mechanical and safety patents. So they don't have to go through, getting a patent is a lot of work. And they get a production base. They've already got a factory that's making lighters. So a lot comes with this purchase. Within a year, Time Magazine is teasing that BiC is testing out a new disposable lighter. A year after that, BiC officially launches its first full-size disposable lighter, the BiC Maxi Lighter. That is this beautiful guy right here. Looks almost identical as it did then. Still got the BiC logo. Still got the little guy there. Great little lighter.
Oh, it worked great.
This, I remember, we used to take this out when I was in high school. There's this thing that makes it, it makes it harder for kids to light it. You have to push that down. We would take that out and then you could light it really easily.
Oh, really? There's a little safety mechanism in there? I hope some kids are listening, ready to burn their neighborhood down.
John, I need to talk to you. My son listened to BiC last week, and now we don't have a home. So this new lighter that they come out with, it's slim, it's elliptical, plastic body designed to be perfectly comfortable in the hand. It has an adjustable fixed pressured flame. a built-in flint wheel, like a Zippo lighter. You have to buy tiny little flints, and you like unscrew it when the flint is worn down. And you
that's a lot.
Put in a new flint. And then you have that cotton. You soak that cotton in like, I remember soaking cotton with like gas.
You soaked cotton in like kerosene to
that's what you had to do.
Lighter? Wow.
I will say, I mean, zip lighters.
So 1700s.
It's like the ultimate cool though. It was like the Jimmy Dean cool.
Yeah.
It's like that click and that, man, I did love a Zippo lighter. But yeah, it was a lot more work. The BiC lighter was guaranteed to get you 3,000 lights. And when it first came out, it came out in 5 colors. They were only $1.49. That's about $11 today. But they were often on sale. From all the ads I saw when they first came out, they were always on sale for between 59 cents and 88 cents. So they were cheap. And unlike Zippo, like I said, nothing to replace or refill.
Amazing.
And then I brought this up in the cold open. For me, one of my favorite memories, I'm old enough now. They use phones, but man, at a concert back in the day, you talk about human. This might be, I was thinking about it. This might be one of my first personal human spirit moments that I was a part of.
Oh, for sure.
Being in a concert when like the artist would play that one song and everyone would light their lighters and hold it up.
Can you think of a concert where that happened?
Oh, so all of them when I was younger, like any sort of like arena concert. I'm sure George Michael, they did it.
Sure. Would it be during like a ballad?
Yeah. During like a quiet song.
Sitting on a stool with a guitar and everybody has their lighters up and they're waving.
And they're swaying it. And it was just like this unity thing that has now turned to the light of your phone.
A glaring weather app just swaying.
Nope, now it's this. It's the flashlight.
Oh, it's the flashlight. It's not even the screen.
It is still beautiful. We did this at Taylor Swift when she sang the song about her grandma.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was something really special in my heart for those concert moments. It would become a worldwide bestseller. It would revolutionize lighters as we know them. This is one of the things where it did spawn a slogan. I don't know if you are familiar with it. I'll play it. Let me know if this sounds familiar to you at all.
Coffee, tea, or a flick of my BiC?
Private, don't you know to flick your BiC in the presence of an officer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Philip, now that we're in the tunnel of love, could I have a flick of your BiC?
Why just light up when you can flick your BiC? It's smooth, easy on the thumb, and you get thousands of flicks from a single BiC. The BiC Butane.
Keep flicking your BiC, Marsha. There's got to be a ship within at least 1,000 miles of us.
I don't like that one bit.
Flick your BiC?
I don't like flick your BiC. If I was watching TV with my parents and the flick your BiC commercial came on, I would have to leave the room.
In 1973.
Yes, I don't like it.
You would all have Dad, I need someone to flick my BiC.
I don't like it one bit.
Well, it was a very popular slogan and it did very well. And originally they were just solid colors. Now we've entered a world where most of I used to buy, whenever I was in Cincinnati, UDF is a store I like there. They sell UDF branded BiC lighters. And they were like printed on the lighter. Now it's all wraps. It's all like a plastic wrap around it. And I hate it so much.
It'll be like an American flag and an eagle.
Yeah. In a plastic wrap, which you can just peel off. I have a couple of my OG UDF ones, but now you can get them with fashion statements, probably every sports team on it, your zodiac signs, all the things. They ended up coming out with minis, which is a much smaller version, which I like almost as equally as much. 1974, they started making the BiC lighter in the United States, which I think is fantastic.
Great.
They still make them in Connecticut today.
Oh, cool.
It's really great. And then in 2005, following the footsteps of the BiC Crystal Pen, it was recognized as an icon of modern design and was added to the permanent collection of MoMA in New York City. So this is 2 of their products that are like in MoMA, where all of Andy Warhol's original soup cans hang. Swatch is in there too for its design.
Crazy.
I just have good taste.
You do, yeah.
I just have good taste.
It's like the on-brand museum. This is what would be in that as well.
The on-brand museum.
Someday.
One day. It'll be bigger than the Obamas. Now, clearly, they have a proven roadmap for creating what Marcel would say is low-priced articles bought regularly without needing to be inscribed in the family budget.
I feel like you already had to take a vacation, relax, kick your feet up. Your innovating days, put them to bed.
Can't do it. can't rest on our laurels. 1973, before the lighter had grown into its iconic status, BiC was already at work on their next big thing. Much like they had done with a lighter company, they partnered with Violex. Who was Violex? A Greek razor blade.
I like even forgot what the third product was.
A manufacturer.
Yeah, wow.
Why? Because now they want to enter the personal care market. They spend 2 years mastering high precision steel blade engineering, gives BiC the technical expertise and manufacturing foundation they need by acquiring this company. 1975, it allowed them to launch the world's first one-piece disposable pocket shaver. And once again, it's the same story as the fountain pen and the pen, the Zippo and the disposable lighter. Everyone had metal razors with razor blades you had to put in them. Refillable razor, an electric shaver.
Yeah.
They all had this more expensive counterpart. BiC came up with this tiny little, if you look, I didn't buy one.
I definitely have seen them like in person.
It's the most basic thing you can. It's a little so orange stem, a tiny little white like blade, giving the masses an alternative to a more expensive product.
I feel, you know what, now that you're saying this, I feel like more things could be BiC'd. Like what is like metal and refillable? No, I guess everything's plastic now. Find things that are metal and refillable and then make them plastic.
Funny.
And you throw them away.
Funny that you think that there could be more things that are BiC.
Are there more BiCs?
Funny that you think that more
What else can we put in the BiCinator?
BiC, because sure, we all know about the iconic trilogy, but there's things that haven't lent itself to being part of the story throughout history.
Okay.
I'm talking about pantyhose, BiC's attempt at making disposable pantyhose. Have you heard of those?
I haven't heard of pantyhose. I love the name. No notes. I like that so much better than Flick My BiC.
They did not do well. Why? Because pantyhose were already cheap. They were already established by good brands. You had eggs.
Yes.
Like now it's like people didn't want like, I'm using my Lighters brand on my pantyhose that I'm wearing to a meeting. Like
because they strayed from the formula. The formula is it's metal, it's expensive, and it's refillable. That's not pantyhose.
I mean, you do refill them with your legs.
Sure, but it doesn't have like a version that's like self-contained. Yeah.
Yep, didn't work.
It doesn't go in the BiCinator.
That was the 70s. You know what didn't work in the 80s?
What?
BiC perfume.
See, you're solving the wrong problems. This is not one for the BiCinator.
A pocket-size, lighter-shaped spray perfume sold in drug and tobacco shops as a cheap, disposable luxury fragrance.
I mean, that's called a perfume sample from the department store.
Shillitoes. You won't get that. People in Ohio will. $20 million they spent in marketing. Lasted less than 1 year. Lost $11 million.
What a bummer.
You know what else didn't work?
What?
BiC for her. A pin for ladies.
I remember when this came out. This got a lot of heat on the web.
2012.
Yes.
This isn't even old. That's like 2 years ago.
That's right.
They were like, you know what, women? Are you tired of looking like a man holding a big man
Using
pen?
a man's pen.
Well, now we have pins.
How can you write your shopping lists in your
man pen.
in your diary?
Don't you worry. Now we have pens that are pink and purple for every appropriate lady in town.
But like it's something from like the 1950s. What were they thinking trying to pull that in 2012? We had Obama. They're trying to do BiC for her.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It was a real misstep. I do not remember that. I must have been living life.
I mean, this feels like early Twitter that like the first memory I have now that I'm thinking about it of a company being like roasted on Twitter for like a horrible product that it maybe like 5 years earlier, if a dumb product came out, it just would have kind of like disappeared and nobody would have bought it. But somebody took a picture of it and it went viral and they really got a lot of heat.
I was really shocked to find out that was just in 2012. So yes, they've had missteps. Did any of them destroy the company? Absolutely not. They just were trying things out.
Yeah, go for it.
Fanny hose is definitely up there.
Can I get an old fanny hose on eBay?
You can. I looked them up last night.
How much?
They'll be in the supplementals. $10, like not even that much, like unused in the box.
See, that's why it would be so fun for us to have like a studio because we could have funny products behind us.
I thought all this last night.
Like the Hall of Hazingas and it'd be like fanny hose.
Oh my God, the Hall of Huizingas is brilliant.
We could have like some really fun stuff.
It would
in
all
there.
be like the brands we've done, but the one dumb thing
the one
they've
dumb
done.
thing they came up with.
I like that. We'll do it. It'll happen. So the razor is now the third very successful item that everybody can afford. And when they are done with it, they throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
The pen dries out, you throw it away.
Mm.
The lighter runs out of fuel, you throw it away. The razor dulls into the trash.
Mother Earth sheds a tear.
Is that good?
Probably not. no.
Probably not. Environmental historians and advocates frequently target BiC for pioneering and popularizing the mass commercialization of cheap, disposable convenience items.
Interesting.
Critics argue that their throwaway culture defining products contribute heavily to long-term plastic pollution and landfill waste. And the thing about it is, like, BiC will argue, like, whatever their argument is, we're using this post-consumer waste here and that.
Sure.
But all their products are like mixed materials, so they're
You can't
really
recycle
complicated,
them,
if not impossible to recycle.
You have to like disassemble a razor.
Yeah, you're like picking out the blade out of your cheap $1 razor.
That feels crazy. It's one of those things. I mean, if you're hard up on cash, this is your conundrum. Sure, you could maybe. I know that safety razors or like the old school razors have kind of had a comeback recently because. I mean, the world of razors.
Says the woman that has a rotary phone, a newspaper subscription, and a chicken farm.
I feel like there was like some backlash against the Gillettes and like the Mach 5s where they would say like more blades are better and that people and razors are so expensive. Like you would get like a 10-pack of Gillette Mach 5s and it was like somehow like $70 or something.
Razor blades are
Crazy.
the ink of your face.
And then there was like a thing that's I feel like come in the past few years where people are saying, oh no, you can get a metal handle and you can get a pack of the blades like the way people did it in the 1940s and it'll shave better than like for men shaving their face, better than the Mach 3. You don't need 5 razor blades. That's like all fake marketing.
Right.
It's actually not giving you a closer shave. And I feel like that's kind of thing. It's like, yeah, it's a higher upfront cost to get the handle, but then probably cheaper over your lifetime. But if money's really tight, you can maybe only afford a pack of 3 disposable razors at a time.
And
it's tough.
I mean, I use Harry's. That's the one I've kind of settled on the last few years where I think you get a $10 starter kit, you get a cute handle, and then you buy blades.
Do they come in the mail or do you buy them like at the store?
I think I got them at the store, but you could buy them in the mail. Maybe, no, actually, you know what? I do think my first one I got in the mail. But I can get so many shaves out of one Harry's thing. And I think the disposables, like, they're pretty rough. Like, after a couple of shaves, like, you're getting more bang for your buck.
Oh my gosh, for sure. Like even like the first time use it fresh out of the pack.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a good quality razor.
Yeah. I mean, I would say everything we've done has been wrong. Everything that we've tried to like vinyl, that's why vinyl has come back.
Yeah.
That is why streaming, they don't drop all the shows at once anymore. It's like we have commercials again. Like everything that we tried to take away, like we've gone back to like why it worked for 50 years.
Exactly. Yeah. Just because somebody has a new idea doesn't mean it's better than what exists.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Well, okay. So BiC, so you're on notice.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I put here, talking about the safety razor, like you just were, someone buys a safety razor. They use that for years. The only thing they're swapping out are those razor blades. Let's say they're like, you know what? I'm going all disposable now. They're probably throwing away 24 plastic razors a year because they're maybe getting 2 weeks at it. If they're shaving daily.
Yeah. Oh my God. If that.
Maybe. They could be throwing away as many as 50 razors a year.
And the handle of a safety razor is probably metal anyway. So it's like more recyclable to begin with.
I'm sure it's like steel or iron.
Yeah.
Or like something, those things had some weight to them.
Man.
2026, roughly 1.6 billion disposable pens are discarded in the U.S. every year. Most of them are made from mixed plastic and metal components, which are rarely recycled. So they're creating a lot of waste. There's no denying that, but they're also being super innovative. All these like first steps that we saw, the pen, the lighter, the razor, those have all grown not just in that one item tenfold, but now there's a million kinds of pens.
Sure, yeah.
There's a million kinds of lighters. There's a million kinds of razors. They're just these huge, huge portfolios of things that they make now. A couple of little fun things. We talked about some of their Huizingas. The BiC pen itself has stepped out of the grocery aisle or the staple store and into the gallery. In Africa every year, they have something called the Art Master Africa Competition, where people in the community submit artwork that they make solely using BiC pens.
Wow.
And there's a cash prize with that. In
That's
2018, in France, they had La Collection BiC in Paris, which was an exhibition of contemporary work of art from the BiC collection.
Mhm.
It was more than 140 works, again, all done just by using a ballpoint pen, which it's worth looking at those. It's like, I'm one of those people, it's like, same with like the Etch-a-Sketch, it's like, I make square.
Uh-huh.
And then like someone's like, I've made Mount Rushmore. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how? Like what people can do with a BiC pen
I've
is
seen that artwork. Yeah, like people just like that blue,
That
like
blue.
gigantic, like photorealistic,
yes.
large scale, beautiful
It's
artwork.
pretty crazy what people can do. I thought this was fun. In 2020, Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg, and eventually Willie Nelson became BiC spokespeople for lighters that work very well with weed. Those are our pot-headed
Martha,
seniors.
I mean,
Martha, she's just
her and Snoop. What are they doing?
living her best life. Some BiC by the numbers. BiC factories manufacture 23.7 million products every day.
Unreal. Wow.
Lighters, over 6 million disposable lighters every single day. Since they were introduced in 73, they've sold over 30 billion. Razors, more than 5 billion blades sold every year, more than 60 billion since they launched. And the Crystal pen has sold more than 100 billion pens since they were introduced in 1950.
Wow.
That's BiC. That's a lot of plastic, a lot of notoriety. I mean, I love that it went from like there's got to be a leaky factory in France. There's got to be a better way to write to like in the MoMA permanent collection
Yeah.
in New York City.
Huge.
I find it so fascinating for a hunk of plastic. And then I'm sure there's people that'll be like, man, it's just plastic. What makes it art? I always say Mona Lisa's just paint. Like every incredible thing, when you break it down to its elements, is just its raw materials.
Exactly.
What does
Yeah.
that matter?
Yeah.
So now you know the story. Would you say it's on brand or off brand for you?
I'm going to say it's on brand for me. I respect what they've done, and I think it has meaning and value. I'm going to flag them a little for the environmental concerns, but I think it's an exceptional, groundbreaking product.
I agree. It's something, the lighter mostly. I don't know that I normally grab a BiC pen. I will now because I bought like 24 of them. Oh, you know what? I take it back because of the 4-color.
Yes, the 4
Between
colors.
The 4-color, the 2-color, and the BiC lighter. It's a hard on brand for me. I love these. I want these till the day I die. There's something so vintage and modern about this 4-color pen at the exact same time. I'm not like, ooh, 70s. I'm like, it's just, that is such a hard balance to do, to be
Timeless.
timeless.
Yeah.
So yeah, hard on brand for me. Thick, creamy, inky, viscosity.
Diluted with water.
No, straight, raw, thick, inky for me. Hard
Maybe I'll
on.
start making my own feather pens with my chicken feathers that I find in the coop.
God, you're gonna have a little shop at the farmer's market selling chicken pens.
They'd be small pens. These feathers are not hued from the chickens.
Marissa's chicken pens. 10 pens for $1?
Yeah,
Can do
if
that.
I'm selling eggs in the front yard and every dozen comes with a free chicken pen.
Sounds great. Well,
We
there
gotta
you go.
get these Patreon numbers up or else I'm gonna have to look for some side hustles.
All right. Well, there you go. That's the story of BiC. Now you know how we feel about it. And before we go, I want to give a shout out to this week's Freaks of the Week. If you don't know what a Freak of the Week is, that is someone who has solved my weekly puzzle on Instagram, which I post every Wednesday in our Instagram story. It's a puzzle that lets you figure out what our brand is going to be that week. If you solve it, you get your name added to the Wheel of Freaks, which I spin 5 times and pick 5 Freaks of the Week. And these are who those lucky people are. This was for the Elmer's Glue Insta Egg. And the winners are, you're not supposed to say winners. And the freaks are,
Why not?
because then that means that there's
Like others
losers.
are losers. Okay. Sure.
That's how they changed it. The Oscar goes to. They used to say, and the winner is.
Oh, interesting.
Now the Oscar goes to.
The rest of you are failures.
Yeah, the rest of you losers. I'm looking at you, Sandra Bullock.
You loser.
You loser. All right, and the freaks of the week are Heather Mayhood, or Heather Mayhood, it's one word. Megan M., Andrew J., Caleb Zubrinsky,
and DannyTheBomb.com Crombie. Okay.
Wow, that Danny actually is a winner.
That's the thing now that people can put in their own name for the freak wheel.
Right.
Whatever you put in is what I'm going to read,
That's
unless it's racist and you're not a pedophile. All right, so those are our Freaks of the Week. If you don't follow us on Instagram and you're not opposed to it, please do. It's a lot of fun. We post posters on there and supplemental materials, and you get to see all the things we're talking about on the pod. We do our puzzle every week. Follow us on YouTube. If you don't, that's free to subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button. I know I was trying to hit 1,000. Every person we get after that, it just helps us even more. So subscribe to our YouTube channel.
While we're giving shout outs, I'd like to shout out a lovely listener who left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We have Bentzman says, a must listen. This show is easily in my top 5 favorite. Top 5?
Top 5? How do we get to be top 2?
Favorite podcast I listen to, and I listen to a ton throughout my work days. I have to listen every week. This show is funny and super informative, and I'll never look at these brands the same way again because now I know the backstory. Give it a try and you won't be disappointed. Now I got to listen to the episodes I've missed before I discovered it. Well, Bentzman, we're going to try to get that top spot before it's all over.
Top 5. You know what I love about the Olympics? I mean, it's cool when first place gets gold and second place gets silver and third place gets bronze, but I really like seeing what the 5th place person gets.
A hill of beans.
A bag of beans.
If you haven't left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, please do. It boosts the show, boosts morale. Check us out on Instagram at OnBrandThePod, on TikTok at OnBrandThePodcast. Play Jon's Insta game and chat with Jon in jeans, in bed for a bonus episode of Off Brand every week. Check us out on Patreon, and you can hear an extra episode every Tuesday. And check us out on Reddit. Lovely listener has created Reddit.
Yeah,
it's called On Brand the Podcast.
I think just On Brand Podcast.
On Brand Podcast. And there's episode recaps, discussions, and you can find more of your freaky community there. And with that, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode.
And remember, we may go off topic, but we'll always be on brand.
Bye.
Bye.